I came across a story that is so bizarre and so unbelievable, it seems more like the plot of a movie than an actual true story. But these stories of the tragic deaths of two men in strikingly similar ways are absolutely true. Welcome to my channel, Weird Wild Stories. My name is Chrissy, and I typically talk about things that are dark, mysterious, and creepy. If that interests you, then go ahead and subscribe or follow me. If you enjoy this video, please hit the like button, leave me a comment, or share this with a friend. That really helps out a small channel like mine. Okay, now let's get into today's bizarre story. It was October 5th, 2017, in the quiet town of Stellenbosch, South Africa. A 61-year-old father of six named Teteteki Kwatsi had just undergone abdominal surgery at Stellenbosch Hospital. He was supposed to be in recovery, monitored carefully by hospital staff. Everything seemed routine, that is, until he disappeared. It happened in a blink. A nurse had just left Teteteke's room to fetch some fresh linen. When she returned, the bed was empty. This was a man who had just had surgery, someone who couldn't even walk on his own. How could he have vanished without a trace? The hospital, strangely, kept this information under wraps for 2 full days, not notifying the family until they called on October 7th. The question they asked, "Is Teteteke at home?" His family was baffled. They insisted that he was still supposed to be at the hospital, and that's when they realized something was terribly wrong. Teteteke's family rushed to the hospital, desperate to find him. They searched every corner, inside and out, but there was no sign of him. Hospital staff, still tight-lipped, didn't offer much information, only that the last person to see Teteteke was the same nurse who had left to get linen. Frustrated and growing increasingly worried, the family brought the police the next day to aid in the search. Still nothing. Days turned into weeks, and Teteteke was still missing. It wasn't until October 20th, 13 days after he disappeared, that a shocking discovery was made. A group of workers doing renovations in the hospital stumbled upon something gruesome. Hidden in an isolated part of the hospital ceiling was Teteteke's lifeless body. Now, this is where things get even stranger. How did a man who could barely move end up in the ceiling? Initial reports from the hospital were vague. They performed an autopsy, but the findings were murky. They claimed his death wasn't related to his surgery and hinted that he might have already been dead before being placed in the ceiling. But if that's true, who put him there, and why? The hospital, eager to close the book on this disturbing mystery, passed the investigation over to local authorities, but answers were few and far between. Some speculated that Teteteke had been murdered, perhaps by someone inside the hospital, but there were no signs of a struggle. The nurse had only been gone for a few minutes, and yet Teteteke had vanished without a trace. Mysterious Universe, a site known for exploring the unexplained, floated the idea of something even more bizarre. Could this have been an act of teleportation? An eerie explanation, but one that seemed as plausible as any in this baffling case. Strangely enough, Teteteke's case wasn't the only one of its kind. Fast forward to 2019. Mahatma Gandhi Memorial Hospital, a public facility in Durban, South Africa, was about to be embroiled in a case just as strange. A man named Lindani Sibiya, a patient with mental health issues, had been admitted for treatment. One morning, he too vanished right under the hospital's nose. The hospital initially reported him missing, and for 10 days, no one knew where he had gone. Then, in a disturbingly similar turn of events, Lindani's body was discovered in the hospital's ceiling. Like Teteteke, the circumstances around his disappearance and death were murky, and the idea that someone could end up hidden in such a place left both investigators and the public scratching their heads. Two men in 2 different hospitals, separated by 2 years, but both found dead in the ceilings of the very institutions meant to heal them. How did this happen? Were these murders covered up by someone on the inside, or was something even more sinister at play? Despite investigations, no clear answers have emerged for either case. Teteteke Kwatsi's family still struggles with the unknown, burdened not only by the loss of their loved one, but also by the unresolved mystery of how he came to rest in such a bizarre and unreachable place. The same holds true for the Sibiya family, left with nothing but questions. To this day, the strange cases of Teteteke Kwatsi and Lindani Sibiya remain unsolved, and the ceilings of those hospitals hold secrets that may never come to light. What really happened to these men? That, it seems, is a mystery we may never fully understand. Thank you for watching. Be sure to check out the other interesting and creepy videos on my channel. Until next time, stay safe, but also stay curious.